it's me. I've been wondering if after all this time your needs a wee. How are we? So my co-host John Clarky boy, has just gone for a little tinkle. So I thought I'd jump on because what I don't want to do is ever be late. I want to be late for a show, and all one of you watching deserves that respect. So I thought I'd go live. Hello, Kenneth. How are you? How are you today? Me and Johnny, old Johnny Yonny boy, I've got a few things I want to talk about, a few things I want to pick up with, a few things we want to pick apart. Won't keep you too long because it is, after all, well, for us, it's Sunday night. It's just gone 8 o'clock. The time at the beat will be 8:02. Beep. I'm good, thank you, Kenneth. I'm good. Long day. Like I said, it's 8 o'clock here. I had a call this morning with a very cool guy from Lithuania. He's so cool, and his journey into CrossFit was awesome. Hello, sir.
We live.
We are. Don't say
Hello.
fuck or bugger. Also, just
What
want to show
about cunt?
everyone. But yeah, definitely don't say cunt. Beavertown. Am I on the right
I've
side?
had a
by the way?
beaver town.
Am I on the right side? Oh, you've muted yourself. There we go.
I muted myself to fart.
There we go. You know when we? I will be. Usually it's 4 hours, isn't it, Heidi? You go for what have we got left? I'm on the left, so I'm looking. Am I looking away from Yon? Is that
This
right?
is better.
Is that better?
That's better now.
Right. Okay. Good. That's good to know for when I'm actually talking to people. To go on
You
this
look.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
All right.
better
Okay.
now.
Good. Good. Lovely. Love it. How was your day, sir? You had a busy day.
I've had quite a stressful day. Quite a stressful day. I don't know if you want me to elaborate on my day. It's been pretty boring, to be fair, but it's been
I'd
quite
love
stressful.
you. I'd
We're
love
going
you
to
to elaborate.
France tomorrow.
France on a boat.
No, we're going on a plane. And France is a shithole.
Yep.
Well, not the whole country, but Paris is certainly a shithole.
Right.
So, but I've left everything till last minute to get organized. And then lots of other stuff happened today that needed my attention. Hence why we pushed the show 2 hours back.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, these things happen. That's life.
Aye.
Life of a working father.
That's true. Aye. So after this, still got some work to do. Still got to pack my bags, and then a plumpet,
Is that like a crumpet?
like a pie-clit.
Pie-clit.
Do you know what a pie-clit is?
It's not a clit of a pie.
Trish would know what a pie-clit was.
Yeah.
I wasn't having a poo, by the way. I just seen that in the comments.
Yon doesn't poo, by the way. Yon's got a
The
different...
south of France is nice, but Paris is a shithole.
It's kind of like any major world city, isn't it? I guess. Like I guess the equivalent would be like New York, London. Like there's certain areas of it that are just old and shit that you don't really want to go to. Maybe.
Yeah, like London's a shithole.
Mm-hmm. Most of it, 95% of London is shit.
Yeah. It's got lots of cool stuff to go and do and see as a tourist, but I would fucking hate to live there.
Yeah.
Have you tried this, by the way? It's
sort of like a one-night stand compared to actually marrying. Cherry? No. Isn't Dr. Pepper sort of Bakewell cherry-ish anyway?
Yeah,
No?
it's a weird taste.
Yeah, very odd. I've had weirder things in my mouth. Too many stabbies. Do you know what?
Snobbies. Do you know what?
There's,
you go.
if you look at the actual numbers of stabbings, it's actually a lot less than you'd assume it is from everyone's saying about how many stabbings there are, you'd think there's fucking thousands. There's not. And also, the death rate is like, they count. If I went up to you, stabbed you with this pen, and it penetrated your skin, that would count as a stabbing, right? So there's no line on what is and what isn't classed as a stabbing in terms of that. But also, the death rate of the stabbings, and I'm not, Jake in no way condones stabbing people, but the death rate of stabbings is like minimal. I think I looked this up a little while ago to try and prove a point, and it was like something like in last year, so in 2024, the whole of the British Isles had 450 murders, like homicides, including everything, including every type of homicide, but about 450 homicides.
Homicide.
Homosexual sides, hypertrophy, homicides,
Homicide.
homicides. So yeah, so obviously it's not a perfect number, gay murder.
And there's probably more. I don't know the numbers, but I bet you there's probably more acid attacks in London and like Birmingham and places now than there probably is knife attacks.
Potentially, yeah. Not that you hear about. There was that fashion.
There was.
It was quite fashionable a little while ago, wasn't
it? I remember I seen a stat, and there was like 700 odd, and I think it was like 2017. And then when I looked it up, I think the number had increased by like 70%.
Yeah, but like again, acid attacks. The numbers include like if I dropped like see this spot here. That is actually a bit of bleach that dropped on me when I was cleaning the shower. And it stained one of my favorite hoodies. That if that would have gone on my wife or my kid's top, that would be an acid attack. Oh, hello. Garay is here. Garay.
I think Garrett might be the only wrench. Oh no, Trish is as well.
Garay Glinton. Weird French, isn't it? The language of France. A lot of the words you don't pronounce the last letter. My question is, why? Why include them?
I won't even be attempting to speak French next week.
No, don't bother. Just smack them aside with your British passport.
I just speak louder.
Yeah. Hope that they understand what
I definitely do just speak louder, and then hope that people understand English.
Yeah, well, most of them do. And do you know what? On a serious note, so I've obviously on our show we've interviewed mostly Scottish people that you know, but on the other thing, I've had Irish guy, then a Dutch couple, Maltese brothers, and then today I had a Lithuanian. All fucking four of them speak fluent. Why bother? Bother.
Bother.
What would you say? Bother. Why bother? Bother. You know, like Australians like to chew their vowels. Arr, arr, arr. They're like drunk Cockneys. So if you do a Cockney accent and then you go, that's Australian. Because they're mostly the descendants of drunken Cockneys that were sent abroad.
Well, it was all the fucking prisoners, wasn't it?
Yeah, and political prisoners and whatnots were sent away. That's beside the point. Heidi's asked a great question somewhere. One. Oh, hang on, before I do that. Hello, gays.
Hello, PK.
Hello, PK. Where was it? So, is one night stand better or marriage? Oh shit! Do you know what? I didn't mean to sew those two things together. But if you want to talk about that, we can, Heidi. The analogy was, if you're a tourist in a city, you're there for a night or a weekend. You can do all the good bits or the enjoyable bits and then fuck off somewhere. Whereas if you live in a city, it's completely fucking different. You're having to experience the fucking highs and lows and all the shit stuff. So that's what I meant by that analogy. So if you're a tourist going there for 1 night or 2, that's the equivalent of just a quick, who's your father, who's your daddy, slap and tickle. Whereas I think, yeah, there you go. That was that. That was all it was.
Yeah, I can imagine you probably didn't go into the actual like central London all that much when you lived in London. You probably stick to like the boroughs that
really.
you're in, don't you?
Yeah, like probably once every 3 or 4 months I'd go into central.
Yeah. Aye.
It didn't really interest me. There's stuff to go. Like it's nice to have venues for like music, and so I don't go to theatre because I'm not married to a man. But the shopping was obviously a much better than my local area. So I'm typing in Instagram like a moron. Moronical.
He'll just be having a conversation with himself.
Yeah, he probably is actually. I put focus on so I can't see my phone. But yeah, there you go. So other than that, you've had a good day, but it's stressy. You're going to Paris tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been a good day. I was at trampoline park this morning. I was at the climbing wall this morning.
Right.
I went for a coffee with Adam. I've had a good day. I've been doing lots of client check-ins, client programming, and lots of fun stuff. But I probably just shouldn't have left all the packing and stuff until like today, and then realized like, shit, I need to go and get this. I need to go and get euros. I need to go and do this, that, and the next thing. And then I needed to go to work for the last. No, my child doesn't drink coffee, but I drink coffee. And then I needed to go away for a couple hours. So, and then we're back here. There we go. Oh, I just tried to pull that one up.
I would put a healthy amount of money on a bet that she isn't. Not even our Ord is here, and she can't even say she's at work. Wasn't she on a date or something last night? Has she been a dirty layout? Has she stayed out last night?
On that, I would give Adam coffee if he would drink it because it would probably mellow him out a bit. I know a parent of another autistic child that actually lets her kid have a drink of coffee before going to school in the morning, and just hones him in, and then as the caffeine wears off, so does his concentration.
Yeah, weird that. Me and my dad.
That's what like ADHD drugs is. It's like it's a stimulant which then helps concentration.
I'd never even thought about that. Me and my dad used to have a coffee before, like we would have, like I'd go to bed at like, this is when I'm like 11, 12, 13, 14 era. I would have a coffee at like 9 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock, and then go straight up to bed and fall asleep. My dad would as well.
Yeah, I could do that.
But yeah, I can see why people wouldn't. Tell me about tit. Good.
Tits are great.
Tits make the world go round, apparently. Of course you do, caffeine gum. So we
come
touched
in
on
all
this,
shapes and sizes.
Some are crooked.
Tits. Oh, why is my safe search on?
Is there anyone that? No, we're UK based, so they wouldn't be able to help me with that.
Can I show tits on the screen?
Yeah, go for it. We can do what we want. If we were like thousands of subscribers and we were going to get a strike, I'd say probably not.
See, there's lots of look. Search tits. Look at that enormous ebony tits. I'm not going to click on any of the images. That's probably my favorite tits. There, the blue.
That's a great pair of tits. Blue tits. They're cold. It took me for the longest time to understand. Do you know what I think? Right, I think there's this gap of a generation. Right, so there's a generation of like people that were younger in 70s, 80s that knew what ebony meant because of the Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder song. And then there's this giant gap of people that ebony doesn't mean much to me. Like as growing up as a kid, I never associated the word ebony with being like darker or black or anything like that. And then probably about how long has it been around? 14, 15 years.
You see it on
All of
porn
a
site, don't
sudden,
you?
yeah, I've realised what ebony means. So there's this. do you think there's a like a time now where people don't know what ebony means now? I think they
Yeah,
probably
Grant. Look, Grant doesn't know what it means.
do. Of course he doesn't.
Yeah,
Where's my button?
that's how
Can you
I
hear
learned.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not coming
Mhm.
through.
Oh, so annoying. Some of these. Does this one come through? I'll test. Hang on. Let's test.
Jake wasn't alive in the 70s. No, early 80s.
No. Mid 80, 85.
80, 85?
Mm.
I was 86. Oh, you're only a year older than me. No,
Mm.
you were 85.
I'm March 85. So I'm early 85.
Oh,
You're probably late.
Jeremy isn't ebony. Jeremy's more like
Caramel.
What's a light colored brown?
You didn't need to say brown then, did you?
I'm gonna dig myself a hole here.
Mahogany.
Yeah, is that not quite a dark wood mahogany?
I don't know, to be honest. We could look up the
Underdog.
colours of wood if you like. Type into Google pictures of wood.
Okay.
It's-
No wonder Audrey isn't watching this show. Eh?
Peanut butter.
I hope no prospective guests ever watch these episodes.
I hope they do. This is
You know
what
what I
they
want to
want.
bring up actually? 2 seconds.
Oh, no,
I sent
go
it
on
into
then.
the chat earlier, and I want to bring it up. Is the
Good.
talk for a wee minute?
Okay. Do you like my ruler, everyone?
I'm not looking at the screen at the moment. 2 minutes.
That's all right. I'll speak to the chat now. The band guys, what do you mind now? If no, this is tame. What yon means is people like I don't know, Judy, or someone that like say name a Serena Williams. Let's hope that Serena Williams isn't watching this. Okay. What do you mean?
I'd love for Serena Williams to come on here.
I saw the mark on the what ruler? There's a mark on the ruler. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, sorry guys, didn't mean you to see that.
I have
Fernando
brought
Bong.
the Alderson ball game. Has anyone ever heard of the Alderson ball game?
Is that the one over here where they just wrestle in the streets?
Yeah.
Oh man, is there this year's one out?
Yep.
Awesome.
This
is gonna
here.
be good. Fucking
Tell
go.
me if you can hear it though.
So, bit of background on here. They go down this street. Atherstone is obviously the town where they do it. All the streets. This has been going on for how many years? Like at least hundreds of years. They board up all of the. It's like a bloody riot's going on. They board up all the glass down the high street just so this can happen.
There's no rules. It's just whoever has the ball at the end at 5 p.m. is declared the winner. The only rule is you can't kill someone. It's genuine.
Yeah.
What? Wait, this is carnage. It's brilliant.
That's a good question, CJ. Is it coming? It's not coming. There we go.
Or do we mute it so we can just watch?
Yeah, it's a little bit like I don't know if it's supposed to be like a bit bitty.
2 seconds. I was watching a show and I was watching it.
On like 3.
No, it's not. It's just because it's just starting. It's showing you kind of a wee bit of background.
Right, okay.
I'm chairman of the Alderson Ball Game. The occasion is 825 years of our
825 years.
Alderson Ball Game. It's a game that's been played for, I say, 800 years. It's a game where we play for 2 hours in Long Street in Alderson.
A kick around the ball and a scrap for it.
Would you ever get involved?
No.
The ball's kicked from one end of the town to the other end of the town.
3 o'clock, a big ball is going to be
No,
jumped out
nice.
the window. There's going to be a
Fucking
mass
hell.
scrum for the ribbons. 3 or 4 ribbons on there.
And at 5 o'clock,
Whoever's got out to the ball under the scrum is the winner.
Everybody boards up because
-4.
how big the ball is, it just smashes everything.
Do you have any advice for us as like newcomers to come like watch this?
Don't get in
Yeah,
the middle of it.
Why?
Well, if you want to live,
They're not gonna like watch out for me or
nah, they don't take prisoners. This is Atherton. They don't. No, we don't take prisoners.
So the whole point is once the ball gets kicked into the crowd, the person that then gets it and the people can't get off, the refs come in and break it up, and then that person gets to kick it down the end of the street, basically. It's like to go again. It's like because there's two sides, there's 2 teams, and it's like one team has to have it at the end, but they're trying to get it to one end of the town, other people are trying to get it to the other end of the town. So there's like people are just scrapping trying to get this ball. Wait, you see it's glorious.
Can you go full screen on that on the YouTube?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, do that. There we go.
do you know the rules of the game?
There's no rules. You're just not allowed to kill anyone.
Right, there you
Here we go. Can we hear it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mental.
Yeah, imagine that. I'm gonna mute it for a sec.
Yeah.
Did you see that series a little while ago on Netflix where they went around the globe and they did like each episode was about a particular sport from around the globe, similar to this?
I seen and when they were doing like the wrestling and stuff.
Yeah, there was a wrestling series where it was just about sort of wrestling.
That was amazing.
But this one was like, there was one that was it is in Italy. I think it's Florence actually, where there's like the 4 quarters of Florence. Yeah. Mason knows what I mean. Where there was like the 4 districts, and they each had a team. And there's this like, it's an outdoor, but it's like a double the size of a tennis court, and it's sand covered, and it's like a netting all the way around, like at each end. Sorry, and there's spectators, and it's basically UFC but with a ball.
Yeah, like murder ball.
I think, is it called murder ball?
No, that's what we used to call it. But that's
essentially it is. But it was just fucking nuts. But yeah, there was the series was so good. It was like different stuff from around the world that still goes on, and cultures celebrate. And this kind of shit has been going on for over 800 years.
Well, that's what they're saying. It's the 850 odd years of it. But it's crazy because wait to see when it gets into it. People are punching fuck out each other, but
yeah,
they're it's like a gentleman, because afterwards, whoever gets that ball, they're like shaking hands and everyone's like happy about it.
Yeah. This is how lads used to get their energy out.
Yeah.
This is war games. This is
carnage, isn't it?
This is keep your lads ready for war at all times. Games.
But there's a scene, whoever's doing this YouTube video, there's a scene where one of them jumps off, basically stage dives off like the roof where Costa is, and people are like punching fuck out of him. Like, wait, you see this? Like,
yeah,
kids and everything get involved.
Yeah. And this is the thing, right? So when you see the news and you see rioters and you see people like saying that England's going blah 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 blah, at any fucking point this could come out to play.
Yeah, well that's it. That's over a ball.
Yeah. So like we're all good. Yeah. So thanks, CJ. Jon, have you got any videos about physio that we can watch a man stretching for half an hour? That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, as long as he's naked. Have
See,
you ever used
that guy's minced it? Look at him.
Look at that face?
That was
Why are they wearing glasses? Oh right, okay. I'm so sorry. I like stretching videos as well. Video quality is shit. That's fine. It is a little bit jittery. Oh, here we go. Douche.
This is
We'll
now
just-
we're
we'll
getting
just-
into it.
Yeah, we'll just watch this bit and then we'll.
Look. Oh, it's mad, like.
Do you guys don't have Costa over in the US of A, do you? You have lots of other. Oh,
No.
advert.
I noticed my premiums run out.
I can't get premium. Not allowed it.
Come on.
There's a lot of things we're not allowed, isn't there? No, not Costa.
No,
not Costco. We have.
It's
Costa,
like Starbucks.
Costa. It's like
Costa coffee.
yeah, this coffee, this red thing.
These
shop.
guys are all just digging in.
It's a very, very like widely known coffee shop in the UK. These lads, eh? Look at this. Yeah.
There you go. Have some water.
Yeah. Have you got a Costco near you? Where's your nearest one?
Aberdeen, which is that's where Rogue is, and that's about 90 minutes to 2 hours drive.
Cool.
I've
We should talk
never
about
been.
Rogue at some point. No, don't. Unless you want 2 kilo bags of biltong, 87 toilet rolls, 57 kilos of chicken, and a massive birthday cake. Well, good. Oh, and a giant swimming pool and a TV.
This is the guy.
Here we
This
go.
is the
Here
guy
we
that
go.
punched back out of. Like loads of people come apart of this guy,
Good. Fucking get him. You slay.
and they try and pull his trousers down as well, which is a bit weird. Like
What's this?
this guy's in his boxer shorts. Oh
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Lad. Calcio Storico. Okay. I'll look.
This is the guys whenever Sevy's talking shit about the UK, saying they're all pussies. I was just imagining him in this, like in the middle of this, just getting absolutely smashed.
Mason found it. Name of it.
Oh, we could pull that up.
Calcio Storico. Oh, hello.
What's it called?
Hang on. I'll remove your thing. Hang on. Present.
You can take that off.
Hang on. Share. My doodah might not be any good as well. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
I won't keep it on for long.
I don't care.
Look how fucking jacked they are.
Yeah.
Like, bearing in mind this has been going on for like hundreds of years, but they're fucking kicking the shit out of each other. Whereas I'll just zoom forward to when they're actually doing shit.
I watched this when I was like a teenager. On
Oh,
YouTube.
that's Make Slave.
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't know he's a really if you want an Instagram account for a fucking unit rugby player that's very funny, very well spoken, and is a chef and is very good looking, look him up and follow him. He is an absolute lad. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, it's crazy, CJ. Like that wouldn't fly in the USA. Someone would come back from their car with a gun, wouldn't they?
What?
Like the Alderson ball game. Like someone would get punched in the face,
right.
get pissed off, and then they would come back with a gun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is Italy. Fiorentina. Yeah. Fuck off. I want to see people killing each other. There we go. Douche.
Oh,
So they've got like training camps. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? That fucking rugby, but with fucking UFC involved. Mad. And they're all going at it. Fucking
Like, have you
brilliant.
seen people do like medieval fights as well?
Yeah.
There's a guy, the guy that used to own Results Gym, is a powerlifting gym in Aberdeen. He used to compete in like dress up as a knight, and like they have like proper like full on like sword fights,
Yeah.
and like they do like jousts and stuff like that.
Oh, the Uganda. Yeah. Did I send that to you, or did you send it to me? I can't remember, Chris. Fucking Uganda WWF. I only saw the clip a couple of days ago, so if you sent it a while back, I apologise. But there's it's called like soft floor or something like that, and it's like a sand, but it's like a WWF ring, but a little bit bigger. And there's just this fucking giant bloke, bodybuilder, like much bigger than Arnie ever was. And he walks in, and these little guys that are dressed up like in strange, weird shit. Oh, this is good. Didn't Eddie Hall do this?
I don't know if he did, but there was a guy I used to go to his gym in Aberdeen, and he used to compete in it. And he had like punch bags and stuff like set up in a part of the gym, and he would come in the full night kit, and you'd
Yeah.
see him like fucking like smacking fuck out the punch bags with swords and stuff like that.
Yeah, Eddie Hall went in like a History Channel thing, and he went up against like 5 or 6 guys.
Oh, was that on the Discovery Channel program?
Yeah, you know that series they did. It wasn't that series, but he did another one. I'm pretty sure it was for History, and he dressed up and he went. He did like he fought against like 5 little guys. I'm wanking it to stuck porn while I watch this. No, not at all.
What's stack porn?
So Sevi talked about this the other day. It's like I'm stuck in a washing machine. Help me, and then someone comes around and just it's a little bit rapey.
I've seen that advertised.
Yeah, what Rad did an advert with it recently.
Yeah, Rad actually advertised it. Yeah, there's a shoe advert.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy's fucked.
Is there? So here's a question, right? Is there full? And only the Americans will be able to answer me this. Is there full protection suits from bullets and like from like a normal like handgun? So could I dress up in like an outfit that would completely shield me from like being shot? Does that
Surely
exist?
not.
Doesn't matter if it's heavy. Is
No,
there one that exists?
You could make a suit of Kevlar.
Yeah. So my question is, like, in 700 years.
There you go. 2
What we got?
seconds.
My question is, in like 700 years,
That's obviously not real, but
fucking hell,
Sure.
Batman.
Tactical lightweight special forces knee protection police body armor. Oh no, that's an anti-riot suit. That's from AliExpress. You could get that. That's from AliExpress. You could get that.
Awesome.
I just typed in Kevlar suit. Look, there you go.
So 700 years time, do you reckon there's going to be people running around in suits just shooting each other with handguns to pretend to be like they were used to be? That's the equivalent of what they're doing. Yeah, seems legit. I think so. Buy one, we'll find out. What was I going to? Rogue tickets are on sale, but we're kind of fingers crossing about getting a media pass. Now, can this be our advert for Rogue? If they look up the Outside the Box show, and then they go, oh, these are the people that have applied for a media pass. Let's watch this show.
Everybody say something nice in the comments about us, and we'll pull it up on screen.
Can you all do us a favor when this is finished? Can you go into the comment section and just write something really pleasant about us?
Like, oh, I can't wait to see you cover Rogue.
Yeah, or that bit when Jon covered himself in honey and ran after some bees was really good, or something inventive and funny. Chris, you'll be good at that.
I specifically want to see the swamp monster at Rogue.
Swamp monster. Oh yeah. You don't mean Heidi?
No, the real one.
Yeah. Fuck me. Yeah, like that's the thing.
I would imagine Chloe Brennan might be there this year, depending on what's happening. She's a Rogue athlete, isn't she?
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Record breaker.
Yeah, you'd think so. She's been busy with her video. She was with Lucy Campbell, wasn't she, a couple of weeks ago? Mm-hmm. She's a strong lady, isn't she, Chloe Brennan? So Rogue. It would appear that now that it's confirmed and like people saw how good it was the first year, I think there's going to be probably a few more people coming across Rogue.
That, and I know. Well, maybe actually even shouldn't. This is the small audience. I'm pretty sure they've confirmed that they're going to come back for the next, like, they provisionally booked it for like 2 more years. Like, I don't know how legit that is. I was told that before it was even announced for the second year.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
So I think it's going to get bigger.
Yeah. So Sevy's show in the week was it? I think it was Thursday. Friday. No, you won't. Oh, hang on. There we go. No, you won't. You won't go. Yeah, exactly. Just sell some properties or whatever you do.
Sevy's show.
Yeah, Sevy's show. Yeah, Chris Cooper on. Did you have a chance to see it or not? You've been busy, haven't you?
I have watched. I'll tell you right now how much of it I've watched because it's on my other screen. I've watched the first 60 minutes of it. Yeah, I've watched an hour, 57 minutes actually. Daddy.
Cool. I don't know if that there was a bit where you can see his frustration, right? So for everyone in here, there's like 3 of you in here. Well, there isn't, there's 7, but I really like. Hey,
there's 3 of you commenting.
Yeah. He was obviously his business, Two Brain business is, and the name makes sense to me nowadays. It never used to, but it does now. It was he must have the same fucking conversation 1,000 times a day, beating on the same drum, trying to convince people. But with the number of gyms he's now got doing Two Brain, I don't think he has to really convince those people anymore to listen to what he has to say. But effectively, what they were talking about was the evolution of CrossFit gyms over the last, say, 10, 15, 20 years. And the dichotomy and the cognitive resonance of cognitive dissonance, not resonance, cognitive dissonance of having 2 ideas at the same time in the head that are conflicting. So that's the whole Two Brain thing. I've been doing CrossFit long enough. You've known about it long enough. Everyone's been like PK, Jeremy, fucking Mason, everyone not keeping it real. Been doing CrossFit long enough to remember a time where it was just CrossFit. It was literally, there was a 6 a.m., a 7 a.m. that had half the amount of people. You maybe had a midday. You had a 5 o'clock, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. And then the weekends, you had a few morning classes. It was a bit sweatier on a Saturday. Maybe you were shut on a Sunday or had a fucking, open gym. And that was it. And the typical gym owner at the time, generally speaking, was a bloke with a van and a dog. He used to open up, and it was his income, and it paid enough for him to own his own business. And he used to be able to, train, have a laugh, have a community. Somewhere along the road, the bigger CrossFit got, the more functional fitness gyms came around, the more the Globo gyms got all the equipment. It grew incrementally within the whole fitness industry. So there was much more competition from other gyms and other facilities that weren't necessarily affiliated, but also had the other shit available. Everything else was available as well. They had saunas, they had a swimming pool, it was at leisure centers, you had Globo gym shit, and it was half the price. There obviously wasn't any coaching, or there was coaching, but it was, substandard. So his point is, generally speaking, and when he says generally speaking, it's more often than not. So it could be 51% of the time. So more often than not, a CrossFit gym that evolves, diversifies, adds in other class types and changes and expands what their offering is, they will prosper, they will survive, they will profit, they will grow, and they will be fine for another 10 years as long as they're keeping up with the evolution of the industry. The people that are stuck in that way of sticking to the right side of the brain and not wanting to be creative and think about it differently, they're going to get caught out. They're going to be behind the times. Other gyms will open up around the corner that are having those offerings, and they will fail and they won't be able to continue. That's the whole point of what he's trying to say. And he uses data. So once a year, he publishes all this data from all the gyms they can get hold of to show trends, statistics, where it's headed, where the money's at, what gyms have stayed, how the gyms have done well. And he just publishes this objective data that they gather. And so you're always going to have the people that are I'm CrossFit through and through, which traditionally I was. I definitely fell in the trap of thinking that first few times I heard Chris talk and Two Brain. But over the last sort of 4 or 5 years, and I'll tell you what it has been. It's been as I've drifted away from ownership of a CrossFit gym, reflecting back, I now have the ability to be neutral in all of it and look at it from that neutral perspective and see how it can grow. And I'm also very lucky where I do my coaching, I'm surrounded by people that are very good at seeing ahead and looking ahead. And, you know, they took over a quarter of the gym for jiu-jitsu matting at the gym where I am. And that has given the gym a massive boost. It's open all day Sunday, middle of the day when the gym's normally shut. You've got 30 people, you know, coming in throughout the day, paying memberships for jiu-jitsu. Very, very low cost. It's adding. The profit goes under the roof. It affords more kit. It affords more coaches. It affords more, you know, facilities. So it can only be a good thing. And I do get the whole point of the methodology was CrossFit should be good enough for everyone, but it's not for everyone. It's for anyone, not everyone. Not everyone's going to want to do CrossFit. And as I was listening to it, and I actually talked to one of my best, you know, one of my clients today about this, and she couldn't even believe that people didn't agree with this. Is that because she does PT with me 3 or 4 times a week. She wouldn't ever dream of doing a CrossFit class. It's not on her scope. She doesn't want to do it. It's not in her goal set. She doesn't want to do CrossFit. She doesn't want to lift particularly heavy. She doesn't want Olympic lift. She doesn't want to blah, blah, blah. She does PT with me 3 or 4 times a week. Her son wants to be a power lifter. We've taken him to his first competition about 2 months ago, which he did really well. I know how good CrossFit is. I do CrossFit. I've been preaching about it for so long, but I understand not everyone's going to want to fucking do it. Look at the size and the exponential growth in such a small period of time that High Rocks has taken. It's gone massive. And the reason for that is that there's so many people that want to do functional type fitness, but they don't want to do CrossFit. And it's not the brand CrossFit. It's what we actually do fundamentally. And it isn't necessarily just about the messaging around CrossFit. The thing is, Jeremy, this is a good point. So this is let go to Glover, and you shouldn't bend the knee just to make an extra buck. I'm not the owner. I'm a coach there. I've got a lot of downtime, and when the classes aren't on, I go in there with her and I PT her 4 times a week. She gets absolutely what she wants at the time that she wants. The gym earns income. I earn good income, much better than I do when I coach a class. Everyone wins from that. She's part of a broader community under the same roof, just like the jiu-jitsu guys are when they come in. They all know all the CrossFitters. We all know each other's coaches. I don't do jiu-jitsu myself, but my kids do. They know the coaches there. They run in and say hello to everyone. Everyone mixes, and it's sort of becoming the center for fitness is under one roof. All of that has stemmed from CrossFit being central, but we've had to evolve and we've had to grow. This is generally speaking, remember, that caveat is really strong in this argument. It's not all the time, it's most of the time. So the other thing that he was talking about was like speciality classes. So we've always done that, like, you know, weightlifting, you've got gymnastics, you've got your endurance, you had football, you had CrossFit football. It's, yeah, Grant, I said that for your benefit. It's because we understand now that people, and Jeremy, this is the reason I think this might change your mind, the demands of the public and what people want have changed. So you as a CrossFit, you're very, very fit. You're very, very fit. You've done really well in the open. You have done for a little while. You would not get where you are doing 1 hour a day GPP or the methodology. There's not a chance in fucking hell you would have got to where you are coming in using the prescribed methodology of 3 on 1 on 2 3 on 1 off, 2 on 1 off, eat meat, vegetables, nuts, seeds, some food that starts no sugar, keeping to the methodology, having Thursdays and Sundays off, doing an hour a day, doing 5x5 on Monday, doing a 2K row on Tuesday, doing L-sits and fucking handstands with a fucking 400-meter run after each one on a Wednesday, having Thursday off. There's not a chance in hell people are getting to your standard, especially in the indies, that they would without specialities, without hour and a half, 2 hour sessions every day. Because I've seen your posts, you do much more than an hour. The demand of the average CrossFit and the elite and the mid section, so the people that are pushing for quarters and semis, that has completely changed. So we as affiliate owners have had to accommodate that. With the 10, 12, 15 years ago, there wasn't that demand. Most people were coming in and that was enough for them. They could come in and do the hour, the WOD. They would come in, they'd do the WOD, that would be enough. But now they want more. And I would question the honesty of affiliate owners saying that they don't have specialty classes, they don't offer extra competitors track, they don't offer extra open gym, they don't do all of that. They just do the WOD, and it's 3 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off, as the methodology prescribed. I would challenge anyone's honesty where they say that. The state of the affiliate has evolved, and if you're unwilling to evolve with it and change, unfortunately, your affiliate will suffer as a result, because other gyms will offer that and they will prosper and they will grow, and they have done. And you're seeing this across the globe. So and the data is there. Chris has published this data. You see the gyms that go under, the ones that de-affiliate, the ones that don't feel that brand recognition, all the people that are, we don't want Hyrox affiliation. Why not? Like, if you've got dead time and you can coach it and you've got the demand, which there clearly fucking is. How many people went to Glasgow?
There was over 17,500 finishers.
Right. So
That
let's
doesn't
say
include people that didn't finish.
Yeah. So let's say 1,000 people didn't finish, 500 didn't show up. Right. So let's say it's about 19,000 people. Right. 19,000 paying an average of about 120 quid.
115. It was over two. It was about two. It was like over 2 million anyway that they took in revenue just on that one weekend.
So 2 million. Now the difference, obviously, between CrossFit and Hyrox is an event. It's a race rather than CrossFit is a methodology. From where I'm standing, you don't have to do anything to be a Hyrox affiliate in terms of abiding what weight they said. There's no methodology to go with it. You can do whatever you want. You pay for that name. You draw fucking lot of people into your roof, under your roof, into your gym. You as a gym prosper, you get a massive income, and you just program it yourself. There's no one loses out there. It's a real simple step, and unfortunately the people that are going to be stubbornly, and all the gyms that I've spoken to over the last month, every single one of them has done well because they've evolved with it. They're not doing the original CrossFit methodology. And what Chris was part of the original gang. He's an OG. He was in that filming of that video that Hiller then took and put on his own thing. He's one of them. They understand. They get it. They are the ones that are telling us that we need to do all this. And it's a shame when people can't see that value, and they can't see that it's not detracting from CrossFit. It's adding. It's in addition to. Well, the good thing is about CrossFit is it's a business, and they don't lambast, and they haven't got a history of murdering other people. So that's the difference between the churches and the Christians. There's no wars going on. McDonald's should be a Burger King. Well, they're a franchise, and there's a non-compete there, so that's different. We're not going to get rich from it. No. There we go. We're not going to get rich. Yeah, We're not going to get rich from owning a CrossFit gym. Absolutely correct. If it stays just CrossFit, you're not going to get rich. If you diversify, if you evolve, if you expand, if you continue offering CrossFit, but also offer everything else, you will get rich. That's the whole thing that Chris is saying. If you're a business owner and you want to expand, because after a while of owning a CrossFit gym, I can tell you this for fact. You get to a point where you're waking up at 5 a.m. every day. You're having long ass days. You're having emotionally draining days, hearing everyone's shit, messages all around the clock. You're barely training because you haven't got any fucking energy. You got young kids at home. You're struggling to make ends meet. Everyone else is getting what they want, and you feel like you're getting nothing back from owning an affiliate. You're getting nothing back from all that hard work. You might get the odd thank you from now and again, but that's it. The one reason you went into this was to support yourself and make money. After years of doing it, you're getting nothing back in return, not even a bit of money. You then start to think, fuck it, I won't stay open. Or I listen to the people that have got all the numbers and data. I expand my portfolio. I evolve and change because the state of the system has changed. I draw a lot more people into my gym, new faces, fresh idea, more money to invest. I actually do get something out of it, and I get more money. I know which route I'm going down. I'm not staying stagnant and not changing just for the sake of some old school OG. I write a number 2 instead of T. Yeah, you can. Yes. More income, you're getting more people enjoy fitness. Yeah, exactly. There we go. 3x. Yanni's 3x'd.
I left that mentorship, so I can't get another placard.
Okay. Yeah. So, Mason, more income and you're getting more people. Yeah. I don't need anything other than helping people live.
Does Jeremy own an affiliate?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Just because it's quite easy to say that you would die on that hill if you go to the gym, but if you're the owners,
yeah,
I think it's a very different kind of outlook that you would maybe have.
When you're like I just said, after years, you've got to picture yourself. You haven't got another income. You haven't got another stream of revenue. Every time you get an email cancelling their membership, it's quite literally $100 or £100 off your mortgage that you're going to have to find for the roof over your kid's head. You're doing the maths on a bit of paper saying, can I afford to eat this week because I've got to pay my coaches? You're struggling because of some silly notion. Right. Or I've helped run an affiliate for many years. But the ownership side of it, the bottom line is it's the owner's house. It's the owner's kids that don't get fed. If you've got another job, if you've got another source of income, you can rely on that. It's like rich people that have got parents and mummies and daddies that will give them, they've got that escape net. They can go out and try and fail, but they always know when they do, and if they do, mummy and daddy will put them up and they will fund them on their next journey. Whereas if you're a poor person, you don't have the luxury of that. You don't have the option. You've got to know that you're going to have a roof over your head. You've got to have income. What?
I had to pull it back up because Chris said you took a profile pic of a bathroom toilet. Keep talking.
Yeah. No, the whole time that Chris was talking about this. I've never subscribed to Chris. I've never paid him a fucking cent or a penny. I've got no affiliation with him. But that, and again, Jeremy, the whole two brain thing makes perfect sense to me now, because left hand side versus right hand side. One side of your brain wants to be that stalwart for CrossFit. I'm going to be the savior. I can't make videos picking people's forms apart, so I'm going to be the one at the gym that's saying CrossFit. Yeah, we're CF, we're the OGs. We write a number 2 instead of a T in Toaster Bar because we're OG. Fuck off. It should be a T. There's no reason it should be a number 2. That
number 2s are gross.
Number 2 smell. Having that mindset, no one is appreciating that. No one's going hero. No one's thinking that. They're just going to think, what a fucking shame my gym had to shut. Where am I going to go now? And they're going to go down the road to the gym that has stayed open, that has survived, because they have got a much broader community and they're fucking rolling in money because they grew with it.
So, if this is the case, why does Chris Cooper have so many clients that he's helping? If CrossFit, if just having an affiliate just doing CrossFit is enough to keep on growing and to keep on, because that's what you want ultimately. You want to help more people. You want to, like, I know I want to make more money. It's not the only reason why I'm in the business that I'm in, because I want to help people. But if CrossFit is enough, why's Chris Cooper got so many clients that he needs to help?
And the other thing, if you're not growing as a CrossFit gym, you're doing something wrong. Can you define what that growth would be?
Well, more members, wouldn't it?
More members. And when the class gets too big, what do?
You have to expand.
So you have to think very, very differently about your offerings. Because
I know
not.
Sorry, I know an affiliate that was local that was struggling, was about to close. Someone stepped in. They were using Chris Cooper, by the way, but I don't really want to speak ill of them because they are local, but they weren't following the advice. They were pushing back. They were like, and I know this, they were pushing back and they were not taking the advice. And I said, why are you using them then? Because obviously I had a business mentor as well. And then that guy ended up passing the gym on because it was about to close. Someone else bought it off him. A year down the line, they've literally just bought another premises because they're thriving and they're following the advice.
Yeah. There's Greg himself has said that the gym landscape has changed and that it's evolved. And Metfix is very different from what CrossFit, the original CrossFit thing. If you read it properly, it's very different. And to say that to survive if you're not growing as a CrossFit gym, you're doing something wrong. I totally agree. And I think CrossFit gyms need to offer two things. Hang on a minute.
I don't think it's preface on doing whatever it is to make money. That's not out of context.
Yeah, it's not whatever just to make money. You're missing as well pushing CrossFit. It is maintaining to push CrossFit. It will allow your CrossFit classes to thrive, to get bigger, to have more members come into CrossFit. But as well as all the other stuff where you get people into your facility that will give you incremental growth as a business owner. It's on top of, it's not instead of. He gave one example the other day when you've got a dead class, and we've always had this. It's the 7:30 a.m. class for the sake of 3 people that were showing up every day or every 3 days. You look at the amount of money. You're losing money, coaches, electricity, all the the overheads. You're putting on this class for 3 people just for the sake of it. And there's better use of your time and your money than saving 3 people. That doesn't matter. If they value what you do enough and you have another offering instead of that ready to go, you don't just delete it and then move on. You replace it with something better, more viable. But you make the CrossFit better as well as the other stuff being added. That will help fund CrossFit, because as we all know, CrossFit isn't profitable. It's very, very little money in just owning a traditional CrossFit gym. Look at Mayhem. They didn't get to where they are just by doing a WOD every day. They've got the competitors track. Jeremy, I'm sure you benefit from using Sentinel and people like that. That's not CrossFit. That's not what we do, GPP. That's not the WOD. That's not coming in mid, 42-year-old mum of 2 coming in at 9:30 to do Sentinel. She's coming in and doing the programming, workout of the day as prescribed by the gym 3 times a week. They're still coming in, but the additional offerings that your box can have on top of everything will help support and fund keeping the lights on and make it a viable business option for the owners. Because at the end of the day, if it's not working for them, they get to a point and they're ready to hand in the tool. They're ready to tools down and hand in the towel. Do something different where you can go. A lot of affiliate owners can go to McDonald's and work on the drive-through and earn more money in their back pocket every month than they will owning an affiliate. How shit is that? Just the state of the way that it is, because the other gyms have caught up. They're offering functional fitness. They get paying coaches. The classes are getting busier everywhere. So we as affiliates have been forced into the decision to expand and to offer more in our repertoire to attract more people. You know? How are we finding
I was
cost
just
of paying
letting you go
for
off
a
there.
year? Yeah. How are we defining cost of paying $4.5 a year for forcing handstand push-up Bible snatches on age 50 plus with terrible? Yeah, exactly. The other thing, the irony here is that you could run a CrossFit class, and if you don't call it CrossFit and just get the High Rocks people that have been attracted to your gym for High Rocks events, just get them doing it, call that High Rocks, it's still CrossFit.
Here we go. But yet you still do CrossFit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. So Athena's course talks about thinking differently, changing your offerings, scaling, and thinking of adaptations for different clientele and different people. You have to think differently. You have to evolve. You have to change your offerings and offer different things than just 5x5 back squat, 2K row. We've evolved. We've changed. The demands of the individuals have changed. People don't want that anymore, which is a shame, real shame. But we have to keep up as business owners. Otherwise, we get left behind. And people like Athena that are offering fucking immense value to affiliate owners. And when she was on our show, if you heard that, being brushed aside by HQ and not held fucking tightly for what she can offer. Affiliates now have the opportunity to understand those considerations and understand and to widen the net for people to come in and make it more welcoming. They're another group of people that are completely neglected. They're not going to do the fucking necessarily. They're not going to do like the weightlifting speciality class. Just to get them in the gym itself is a big deal. And then get the moving is a big deal. Doing the original CrossFit methodology, they wouldn't be fucking in the gym, would they? We have to change. We have to evolve. Yeah. To be clear, something like Sentinel 60 is, in fact, it is. I don't know what Sentinel 60 is. I'm assuming that's a 1 hour session that Sentinel offer. But, okay, is that all Sentinel do? Do they just offer the 60-minute session, 3 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off, that people can program at the gym? Or do they offer a whole host of different styles and training solutions for people?
They do offer different. They've got a competitor's track, and then they've got Sentinel 60, and they actually do affiliate programming as well.
Right. And
So
why
they
is
do
that?
offer affiliate programming. So
Yeah.
and this is it, Jeremy. So that's what Jake's saying. Yes, they have that, but they also understand that they have to diversify to profit, to grow.
Yeah. And you can still call it CrossFit. But I'm telling you now, 99, no, not 99, 90% of the high street, if they know what CrossFit is, they haven't come to CrossFit for a fucking good reason. They know what CrossFit is and they're avoiding it for a reason. If you offer other stuff at your gym, high rocks, HIIT classes, speciality stuff, jiu-jitsu, personal training, where they feel like they're getting one-on-one attention for their specific goals, they might come to the gym. You might get them in. So if you do an oldies class, like the gym I spoke to a couple of weeks ago from, which one was it? In Holland, they do a bring your parent workout. Like fucking genius idea. But most of them come in and they can't squat anywhere near parallel. They're struggling to box squat, but they're getting in the gym. So different offerings, different branding, terminology, approach, marketing ideas, different sales tactics. It all adds up to a much healthier business plan and a much better thriving community and the gym without taking away from CrossFit.
And you can help more people.
Exactly.
But that should be the ultimate goal. Obviously, money's nice as well, but the ultimate goal is to get more people in the gym and to help more people.
Yeah, but Jeremy, you're saying about, I'll come to Jeremy in a minute. I have to believe we just don't have the kinds of issues that other gyms do because we are highly specialized. Yeah. But again, we have to remember this is generally speaking. Let's call it, even at the smallest of margins, 51% of the time, this is all going to be correct. So, but that's all CrossFit. It is all CrossFit. It's all traditional CrossFit. And this is a bugbear of mine, Hand. The competitive track is just a lot of CrossFit. Is it a lot of CrossFit? When you offer all that to other... So, do you think what the games athletes are doing nowadays is what Greg set out originally for CrossFit?
No, I think there was a reason why he wasn't fond of the sport after a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, going back to that, he's saying that's all CrossFit. Dan and Erin having jiu-jitsu classes at their gym takes nothing away from CrossFit. And the whole reason we do CrossFit is to get better at other sports.
Yep.
Not just, that's not the whole reason, but that's part of it, is to do other sports. So to have another sport under the same roof, what harm is that doing? Because it gets people in that are still going to be, they're in the building now. What's the likelihood of them joining the CrossFit classes? It's highly increased. Likewise, when people affiliate with High Rocks too, you get them in the door. It's your programming. Do whatever you want. They're still going to be doing CrossFit, but they've got them. They're like, oh, I'm here because I'm going to do a High Rocks event. You still have them doing your programming.
Yeah, it's all you. It's all controlled by you. It's your it's your gym. It's your roof. You're doing what you want.
You get them in, and you're like, we're a CrossFit gym at heart, you know.
Yeah, I was there today doing a couple of hours of PT after I did my show this morning, and in the corner there's a minimum of 20 people on the jiu-jitsu mats, sat out resting and going on the interval timer. There's 20 people there. When they finish doing their grappling and their technique work, they put their shoes on, they change, they go next door, and we do a jiu-jitsu session, a strength S&C session. So those people weren't coming into the gym at all before. They are now. They're also paying money for those S&C sessions specifically for jiu-jitsu for their sport, and they're also paying membership for jiu-jitsu. The gym owners have got a massive amount of revenue coming in from those people, and they've exposed those people to CrossFit, which is going to be a S&C formula to make them better for their sport. So everyone's winning there. No one's losing out. And that rift that you talk about, Jeremy, that's only with the wrong type of people and the culture in your gym. You control that as an affiliate owner. You only get in your gym what you allow to get by. It's like clip collars on the barbells. It's like dropping from the top with the 5 kilo or whatever 10-pound plates. If you allow that to go on, it will go on, and then you have to face the repercussions later on. The same with gossiping, like the cliques, like the them and us thing. If you bond everyone and you have enough community drive and you make sure that shit does not stick around in your gym, it won't. The culture is built by the owners and the gym staff. That doesn't have to happen. So it's one of those where and again, I keep coming back to this, and I totally agree with you. And initially, I felt the same thing back in the day. I was Mr. CrossFit. The thing is, it's thinking with the one side of your brain and not accepting the fact that there are different ways of doing it, and to think laterally, to think differently, to think beneficially for the gym owners. This doesn't necessarily directly benefit the coaches and everyone, but it does indirectly, because I'll tell you what, when the affiliate owner keeps the doors open, doesn't have to coach as much, has a holiday every year, right, abroad, because they can afford it, they get more chilled out, more relaxed, they're more approachable, the community feeds off that, the coaches get paid more, everyone wins, all because they've just decided to swallow their pride and to think differently about what they can offer under their roof. And it's a really tough pill to swallow initially, but once you get over that hurdle, it can be a really beautiful thing for affiliates. And it's proven that. Look at all the decent affiliates around the world, which is what I'm hoping to do with Europe. exposing that and showing the difference between the ones that are building and becoming thriving businesses, as opposed to the ones that are just that miserable old git that turns up, that hates his job. He constantly moans about the fact that the plates are falling apart, and Bill and John haven't paid their membership this month, and that guy's opened up a gym down the road and they're going to take all my members. Yeah, because you're shit, and they're all out there. You got to keep up. You got to keep up with the times, and I'm so glad they had that conversation the other day, and I really hope that Chris carries on coming on, and he said he does one European seminar or discussion or whatever he was calling it, round table, or he does one a year. There's nothing online at the moment, but when he does do one, even though I'm not an affiliate owner anymore, I'm booking my ticket because it'll be really interesting to hear. And again, what I love hearing is the people that are saying against it. I love hearing his counter arguments that make perfectly logical, objective sense. Because it's funny
Does he do
hearing
that online or in person?
in person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, be cool to go to because he's a very switched on guy.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was funny. It was funny listening to him and his rebuttals and how he approached things.
I know a guy that's using him as a business mentor, and he doesn't own a CrossFit affiliate.
Okay.
He's an online coach, and he's using his books.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I can see why.
he used him for a year as a business mentor, as an online coach, and now he's just opened up his gym in Edinburgh.
Yeah. Oh, when you said a minute ago, did you say the seminars are in person, or did you say he just works? Does
that round table, the one in Europe, is that in person or is that online?
Yeah, that's in person. Yeah, sorry, I thought. Yeah.
I know how he works online. I've known affiliates that have used him.
Yeah.
He's got like a team of people.
And again, like Chris has always said, like you go to his thing and you sign up. If he doesn't get you money back within the first 6 months and you're not making more profit, he'll give you your money back.
Yeah,
that's like guarantee. It's silly. It makes
like you have to follow the steps.
Yeah, you got to be able to prove that you've done it properly. It's like going to physio. I mean, if CJ's anywhere near here still,
CJ's probably left.
But we've all done it. We go to a physio, they manipulate us a little bit physically, we feel better, and they say, right, you've got to carry on doing this, here's some exercise to do. Yeah, nothing. And then 2 weeks later it's hurting again. Like, fucking, if only I'd have done that.
Do your stretches.
Yeah CJ doesn't believe in stretching. Yeah, I think I'm only joking.
That's why he hurt his back.
But yeah, that was a really interesting topic, and it was quite interesting to hear, and I just wanted to kind of have a discussion about it. Really, that was that.
I enjoyed that, and I'm glad Jeremy was in the chat. He seems to have disappeared now, but I don't know if he's
no. But again, it's good that Jeremy is fighting back, because it gave me something to talk about and answers to it. If everyone just nods and agrees, we don't have as much conversation. And this isn't this isn't us on this show. It's just generally, if everyone is just going, okay, then, and not asking questions and feeding back, you don't actually get to explore topics or understand things properly, or vent, or, vocalize things and get it out into the open. So it's really good that people do carry on talking and are doing that.
It's funny, Mason, because I didn't think I was going to make it on tonight. And I actually text Jake saying that you would have been good to have on for this chat.
Yeah.
Me and Jake are in agreement. We spoke about it obviously beforehand, and then I was like, I bet you Mason would totally agree as well. Like, but be able to kind of give good feedback. Well,
yeah.
He owns a gym. He isn't just a CF guy. He is, but he isn't. He sees the value in other things.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy is still here. He was just listening.
I don't know. When I've said okay a lot today. I've been on 2 calls now. I've said okay quite a lot. I don't know when you mean. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, Jeremy. If you want to elaborate, please do. But if not, that's fine. I understand. In other news, I discovered Chat GPT today, as you probably figured out.
Jake made the thumbnail today.
I ran out of tries though. It said you've hit your limit. You have to wait 5 minutes. So that was fun.
I've got premium.
How much do you pay for that?
Do you know what? I don't know.
How many subscriptions? How much value? Or how much monetary value do you think every month you've got of subscriptions that you use once or twice a week, and just like Netflix, Disney, Prime, fucking Jack GPT?
Probably like a couple £100.
Mad, isn't it?
Because I use, like, if you think the systems I use, well, Train Heroic, Loom,
Mhm.
a Vimeo account, Canva Pro,
Right.
CapCut, a Stripe for collecting payments,
Yeah.
True Coach for another thing that I use. That's like
It all adds
seven.
up, doesn't it?
That's just like seven. That's probably over £100 just like in like 7 coaching ones. And then that's not. I've got Disney, Netflix, Paramount,
Yeah.
Prime, Now TV. I've got we got rid of Sky TV, which would be like their digital.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I got rid of
guess.
Sky TV to save money, and then ended up just getting every streaming service out there.
Yeah. Yeah. It adds up to the same amount. Yeah. And then you get some twat says, "Oh, there's this really amazing best thing ever series." You're like, "Oh, what's it on?" They say like fucking Paramount Plus. You're like,
So then you
"Fuck,
get
mate."
it to watch it, and then you just keep it. That's what.
Yeah,
That's
you
why I
forget.
got Paramount, was to watch Yellowstone, and then 2 years down the
Yeah.
line, I'm like, I'm going to go and get rid of it, and then something comes out, and I'm like, oh no, I'll just keep it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I go from like streaming service to streaming service. I'm gonna watch Reacher tomorrow on the plane.
Oh,
I watched the
yeah.
first half of the first episode, and I was like, oh no, I'm saving this for France.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That
He
start
nearly
scene's
gets his cock out.
superb.
Yeah.
Alan
Nearly.
Rickman.
Yeah.
That's
Is he
the name,
gay?
isn't it? Do you know what? If he's not, no, he's married with. Well, he might still be gay, but he's definitely married with kids. I think Alan.
Wow.
It is
mean
no,
anything,
it's not
does it?
Rickman. What's his name?
Richardson.
Richardson. Yeah, there's him.
1923.
The first
that
thing
another-
when you Google his name, it's does Alan Richardson have a disability?
Disability. Yeah, he's fucking
He's
jet.
diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Is he?
Yeah, there we go. And he speaks openly about struggles with his condition.
Is that why he's on TRT?
That's more than TRT he's on.
Have you heard him talk all about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if people in the chat
Says
knew
he's
that,
TRT,
but he
yeah.
openly discusses the fact that he uses TRT now. I think it was after the first series, he felt really shit of training and burn out, and he went and got tested. And they said, "Why don't we optimize your testosterone levels?" And he did. Now he feels amazing. He's just so happens to have been able to add 20 kilos of muscle mass. Yeah.
Yeah, shot them through the roof.
Do you think anyone's ever injected it through their nipple?
No, no,
No.
no.
That'd be pretty. That would hurt, wouldn't
He was Fad in that was his name, wasn't it? In Blue Mountain State. Fad
Yeah, he
Castle.
was funny in that.
Fucking unreal.
He also said he
Yo.
almost hung himself in the attic with his family downstairs once. Hung himself in the attic with his family.
Well, they were down the stairs.
Okay.
I don't know why that's funny to me. Not him, but you saying with his family. Like,
You know what, Joe? I really, I
Stop
know
it,
for a fact, I know for a fucking fact he's not in here, so we can talk about it openly.
who?
Fucking Ken last night when he sent that picture, that book.
Nobody tell Ken we're talking about him, by the way, because he can't find our show. He messaged me to ask that like where he could watch it. I sent him the link to our show,
Yeah.
and he said, "Dude, I've typed it into Google. I still can't find it."
Oh Jesus fuck.
I'd sent him the link. He just had to click on it. He still couldn't find the show.
Yeah.
Ken is like 92 years old.
It's brilliant. It's so good.
I got
I
used to reading
genuinely
that book.
I didn't think he would get that. And then Grant chimed in, and then Pat chimed in. Fucking brilliant. So basically, Ken sent it. He won't care because it's out there knowledge anyway. He sent a picture he was saying I'm having a shit day, blah blah blah. But my daughter and her partner bought this book for me, and it's this book, and it says it's this kid's book, and it says you're gonna be a grandpa or something, or hey grandpa or something. And obviously,
Oh wait.
it's the fact that he's gonna be a grandpa, but he didn't say that. So I wrote back and I said, "Oh, they wrote a book," and then he thought I was being serious, and then Grant chimed in, and then Ken said, "No, he said they're having a baby," and then I put, "Oh, that's two two bits of good news. They've written a book and you're having a baby." They carried on going like
He kept on collecting it.
and so our job this week in Sevan's chat is to make sure that we carry on that line of thought with him and say Sevan, did you know that Ken's daughter and her partner have written a book?
And this is the book. This is the book that they shared with him. 2 seconds, so I can. Why is this not saving? If I save it, here.
Yeah, that was quite funny.
People are gonna like this. There we go. Open. Sorry, I had to send it to my computer. Here we go. Da-da-da. I am coming. Not literally, but
Blimey. Easy. Have I shown you this?
here we go. This is the book that they sent him. That's good.
Good. I like that.
Heidi writes books as well. She hasn't wrote one in a while. Very lazy.
Huh.
Yeah, she wrote
That's
2
interesting.
books.
Haley? As in your wife?
Heidi.
Oh, Heidi. Oh, that trollop.
Yeah.
What?
Leg.
I don't think she's still here, is she? It's fine. Yeah, I thought he was a great grandpa already. To be honest, Kenneth, when he said I'm going to be a grandpa, I was shocked. I was surprised that he wasn't already.
Is he just got a son, or has he got a son and a daughter? Why are we talking about Ken?
I don't know. Ken's family. I'll tell you what. One day, can we have Ken on the show?
I was going to say we could have a son on because his son's a very good ice hockey player, I believe.
Boring. I want Ken.
Okay, let's get Ken on.
Or
I would love to have him on, and we could interrogate him for Greg's address.
Yeah. I do think, given a platform, Ken could be brilliant, and not a platform, not a 30-inch box. I'm talking.
Yeah, we seen him standing on a platform last week.
Good. Right. Well, you're off to France tomorrow. What time's your flight?
Jeremy, quick question. How many 16-inch boxes does your affiliate have?
16.
Yeah, 16-inch. Yeah, if you're still here.
So, a bit longer than that.
What have you got the mark on?
Huh?
Your ruler mark. What's
I
on?
forgot that was there. Sorry, I keep forgetting that's there.
What is it on? What measurement is it on?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's fine. That'd be embarrassing.
But it depends. You might have been measuring from the other side.
Yeah, 2.5.
And then what's left on the ruler?
Yeah.
Oh, 8. Athena, you can stick him down on the list. Their affiliate's got 8 16-inch boxes.
Oh no! Does he mean what was on the ruler?
No, I don't know.
You've got to elaborate now, Jeremy. Are you on about your penis, or are you talking about number of 16-inch
or the boxes? How many 12-inch boxes? In my garage, I have a 16 and a 12.
So does Tom in his basement.
There we go.
Like a
Mason
12-inch
knows.
stack of softballs. Nice. There we go.
The training
Good.
club.
The training club. Sponsored by.
Tomorrow, I'm leaving at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Drive to Edinburgh. Tomorrow morning, I'm getting up to do clients early.
Hello there.
And then we fly out later in the afternoon. And we arrive tomorrow evening. About 9 p.m. we'll get to Paris. We'll not get to our apartment until about 10 p.m.
And may I ask what it is you're doing in Paris?
We're going to Disneyland
Ooh.
to find the pedos. Give them lots of money
that'd be
so
fun.
they hopefully keep making more seasons of Daredevil.
Is it on Disney Plus? Is that what it's
Yeah.
on? Okay. Is it the
It's
original
fucking-
Matey Boy, the English guy?
Yep, it's fucking brilliant.
Okay, cool.
The Sandlot. The Sandlot was big over here.
What is a Sandlot?
The Sandlot's that's a childhood film. It's about they hit the baseball in the back garden, the big dog. I'm trying to think what would be like the UK kind of equivalent of that.
Do I have to Google it?
Do you know what?
The
We probably didn't really have that many movies coming out like that in our childhood, but we probably just watched all the ones that were American, like
oh, it looks shit. There's a dog one, wasn't there?
like Beethoven.
Buffy the dog slayer. What was that dog that played
Main
basketball?
Street Hooligans. There.
There was a dog that was it Buddy or something? There was a dog that fucking played basketball. We had flying ducks. What are they called? Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks. Yeah, but that's an American movie though.
Yeah, most of ours was like TV series. We had what's it called?
Airbud. Yeah, the Airbud. Yeah, that is what it was.
Airbud. What was the fuck? We had that football series. It was like not Roy of the Rovers. I can't remember. It had a lad that pretended to be an Italian called Bruno, and he wasn't actually Italian.
I
yeah.
grew up watching like Neighbours.
Yeah.
What else? Neighbours, Home and Away. Do you watch Home and Away?
Homo, no way. Yeah,
Saved by
I
the
was more of a
Bell.
Neighbours man myself.
Same.
Um,
Neighbours was
well,
better.
Natalie
Toad.
Imbruglia. Toady.
Yeah,
Didn't he
Toady.
die? Sure, he died recently.
I believe so. One of my best friends, we nicknamed him Toad because he looked like Toady.
Not the Mario. Yeah, do you know what? It was one of those in the 90s where all the good stuff growing up as a kid seemed like programs. There was like morning stuff and Saturday morning TV, which is all British and live shows. But a lot of like the media, a lot of the hey?
Dick and Dom.
Dick and Dom. I was a bit too old for that, I think. They were the ones that shouted bogeys and stuff.
Yeah, you're never too old for a bit of bogeys, like.
But it was all the films obviously were big, like American films. There was no British kids films. The British films that always came out were like more adult ones, weren't they?
We had like
Notting Hill. Funhouse.
Funhouse was great. Matt Sharp.
Well, Funhouse. Funhouse was presented by Sousa. Did you know that?
Pat Sharp.
Yeah.
Pat Sharp tried to punch me once. Did I tell you?
Oh.
I've told you that story, haven't I?
Hang on. Let me
Did I ever tell you that story?
Hang on. I'm trying to find. Here we go. So
Only you and I are going to know who Pat Sharp is.
No. But it's Sousa. Hang on.
You better have the mallet. There's
It's
him.
fun. But here he is.
That man tried to punch me once.
Where is it? Oh, it's gone. Fuck. Him. That's Sousa. He looks a spitting image of Sousa.
But see,
Um,
like the leather jacket, Pat Sharp. That's the kind of guy. Like maybe not leather jacket,
This
Pat
guy.
Sharp, but yeah. But it was. He still had long hair, but he looked a little bit older when he tried to punch me.
Oh, there he is. There's Sousa,
Oh, it is Sousa.
isn't it? Yeah. He's got new teeth. He's been to Turkey.
Do the Americans know who Mr. Blobby is?
Oh, I hope not. Fucking. I don't know. Does anyone out there know who Mr. Blobby is?
Got it. Yeah. If you're listening still, does anyone know who Mr. Blobby is?
Mm,
Blobby,
Fucking-
Blobby.
brilliant. Really, we were talking to Grant about this earlier, weren't we? Like real slapstick, silly, like left field humor, but brilliant. Like
We'll need
genuinely.
We'll need to bring up Gumby. No, not Gumby. Mr. Blobby. We'll need to bring up this kind of stuff on another. Yeah, Snatch is popular over here, but probably not as popular as you guys found it.
What are we talking about? The film or the muff, or are we on about the move?
All
All
three.
three. All three.
The Guy Ritchie film, Snatch.
Do you think? Right. Here's a question.
The Gentleman's is best.
How many people do you think? How many single instances has this happened? A gentleman has had carnal relations with a woman, has watched the film Snatch, and has performed the Snatch movement all on the same day.
I've never done it.
Do you think anyone has done?
It's very niche. You've said it, so probably the probability of it have happened. Yes, it probably has happened.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
Mark.
use clunge or minge. I think those words are disgusting.
They're the
I
best
might say
names.
minge, but clunge is rank.
Clunge is awesome. Now,
I would
here's
use
the
it.
thing.
I would use it like being like silly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it to a lady. I wouldn't say
I'd
it to
say that's
Haley.
fine. No, you wouldn't. It's not a romantic word, is it?
No, I
It's
wouldn't
not
say
like
show me your minge either. That's
show me your
fucking
minge, get your minge out.
Yeah.
It's not really, yeah, it's not really top of the list of nerd words. But so the earliest time I ever heard that was Gervais say it in about 2003, 2004
Yeah.
on XFM. A few years later, because he was mates with the writers of In-Betweeners,
Mm-hmm.
they then wrote it into the script of the In-Betweeners. And it was then it started to become sort of common parlance within early 20s and 30-year-olds in the UK.
The UK version, Kenneth.
Is there an American one?
Yeah.
Oh, is there? Oh, okay.
Put it this way: see any amazing UK show?
Yeah.
America have tried to butcher it.
Well, we have a couple now and again. I mean, we don't have like fucking too many of them. So when they do make sense and actually are funny, then it would make sense to do a version of it.
The American Office is fucking unreal.
I can't do it.
I know you can't. It's a completely different show. If you go into it without thinking like, oh, it's the UK show. If you just go in, you grit your teeth through the first two seasons because the first two seasons do kind of mimic the UK based one a little
Right.
bit, and then after that, it stands alone and it's a completely different show altogether, and it's fucking perfect.
Oh, okay. So do you think I need to watch the first two series to get character build up, or just watch from season 3?
You could switch it on to season 3 and you would know the characters.
Oh, well, they just like Tim, what's his name? Kowalski, whatever his name is.
Yep.
Is Tim. Right, okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep. Same dynamic.
Yeah, okay.
Dwight is Gareth. Tim is Jim. And fucking what's Fingway's name from the UK one? What's the love interest called in the UK one again? Fuck.
Oh, Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn is Pam.
Right, okay.
And then Ricky Gervais is obviously Michael Scott. And then
Right,
they've
okay.
got a whole host of other characters that make it even better.
Right. Okay.
Matey boy with the Scotch eggs, he died, didn't he?
Keith. Yeah, big
Yeah,
Keith.
Keith's dead.
Yeah.
Keithy boy, like
The a lot of what Gervais has done. So you think Office, Derek, extras, all like the Afterlife. A lot of everything that he's done. My fucking favorite bits are the outtakes.
same here. I will quite often, like, when I'm lying in bed at night, I'll
Yeah.
put on Derek out, like Derek bloopers, and it's like 20 minutes of him and your
David
fucking man
Earl.
and the
Just-
David
yeah,
Earl in the car
yeah.
van. He's like, oh yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
and it's I can watch. Haley will say to me like, oh, what you watching? And I'm
Yeah.
fucking like, I'm screaming. I'm like on the toilet or
Yeah.
something, and I'm like
Yeah.
fucking screaming in the toilet, and she's like,
Yeah.
you all right? What you doing? I'm just like, oh, I'm just watching this, and then she's like, oh, right, because she's like, oh, thousandth time you've watched that.
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
excellent. I might do that
Do you know
tonight.
Derek was the first thing he ever wrote?
Really? By himself?
Yeah, no,
Really?
like he'd wrote that before they even wrote The Office.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because there was he did like he used to do that as a character.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
remember back in the day, like Ricky Gervais, like .com was like just his website. He always used to
Yeah.
post up selfies of him in the bath.
Yeah.
He was always doing like the pullover hair, like Derek, and like doing the face.
Yeah. The autograph hunter. Yeah. Have you heard all of that backstory, Jamie? Like when he's driving with Jane, his girlfriend, and he's basically Standy.
No, probably
no.
not.
Don't watch
Ask
it back.
Audrey Fraser. Audrey Fraser will not like this episode.
We've talked about owning a CrossFit gym. We've pretended like I've had a 9.5-inch penis, and we're talking about the Office outtakes. That's basically the summary of what.
Well, we
we've-
watched the Alderson
Yep.
ball game.
We did watch a bit of a ball
Then we
game. That was
spoke
good.
shit on CJ because we thought he was speaking shit on us.
Have you watched the Mighty Boosh, Jeremy? Is that what are you
Yeah,
saying
he's
that you've
talking about-
watched it and you don't like it? The thing with the like Boosh, when that came out, I was like, I think it came out in like 2003, maybe 2002, 2003, 2004. So Jeremy, I think we're the same age, aren't we? Us three. Well, I'm 40, you're 30, 9 this year. Jeremy's 40 later in the year or next year, like, give or take a year and a half. So when Boosh came out, we were like 15, 16, 17, 18, that kind of period. And The Office came out around just before then.
2007.
Was it? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
All right. So I was 22.
Yeah, I can remember. I was like in my early 20s because it was like
Yeah.
a big cult following.
Yeah. And the thing is, so The Office came out when I was 16. So around that time when you're 16 is your formative year. No?
Season 3, 2007.
Right. So
Fuck,
yeah.
when was
so
season 1? Fuck.
like 4 or 5 maybe? I'm sure it was around that.
2004. Yeah, there we go. 2004. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was 19 then. So Office comes out 2001. I'm 16. Formative years. You're trying to figure out your sense of humor. You find things funny. You don't find them. You're trying to find people that you enjoy watching and identify with you. Gervais was from 5 miles down the road from where I used to live. So he's from Whitney and Reading. That's why my voice sort of sounds a bit similar to his. I've been listening to him with Jon as well, not at the same time, but not in the same room. We listened to Gervais doing XFM shows on a Saturday morning with Merchant and Carl Pilkington. And then they write the Office that comes out in 2001. That for me will always be my number one comedy. It just resonated. It was based in Slough, which was like the other side of where I used to live from Reading. So it was all very, very close to me. All the accents were familiar, but also it's fucking funny. And it was on a Monday night, and we would all come into sixth form. So, whatever you want to call it in the US, sixth year.
I
of
genuinely
senior
listen
school.
to that still
Yeah.
every single day. Like there's that.
Yeah,
I just
every night.
literally opened up Spotify and
Yeah.
that's like the like my top playlist.
Yeah,
That
100%.
every single night.
So all of these episodes, guys, are on Spotify now. Someone's gone on and found all the XFM shows, which is the radio station. So yeah, it's on the top of mine as well. So I have it on. Hang on, go to the top. So it was this massive cult following, and that's where we know Gervais from. Then he comes up and does The Office. But Boosh comes out in 2004 when I'm like 19, 20, 21, where you're changing you're evolving your sense of humor. You're getting a bit more, you want to think you're a little bit more of a deep thinker when you're in 19, 20 because you're at university or college and you think you know everything. And altering your state of mind and watching Boosh is probably a good idea. So Boosh became this massive thing. So Jeremy, I'm keen to understand. I'm old Greg. KDL. I don't know if you like it. Obviously, Jeremy's given it a chance or seen it somewhere.
It's very niche.
Yeah, it's really, really different, like grotesque facial, like masks and characters, and still going. Nice. Where have you been, BK? But these characters. Yeah. But it's very unique, but it's got this huge cult following. These really strange, weirdly like erotic, grotesque, kind of gothic, weird, really well written and performed characters, and it's very strange.
Chappelle Show is one of my favorites as well, but I got into that in my early 20s. Yeah. And then if you wanted to kind of go into something that's like maybe not as kind of like niche as the Mighty Boosh, but still got a cult following, would be like Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah.
I kind of went from Mighty Boosh into like Flight of the Conchords, and that's when you kind of think that you're a bit more clever than what you actually are, because you're like, oh, I'm laughing because it's like these funny songs.
Yeah,
but it's still a kind of like sitcom like type thing, And now they do fucking songs in like Moana and stuff.
What was
he plays the big fucking
did you remember, did you watch Look Around?
Yeah.
So can I just play a clip? It's 40 seconds, right? So there was this pretend, guys, for listening, obviously you all knows what it is. There's this pretend science program, like the type of thing you watch in school on a telly, and it will go through a science. And there's like, was it Bill Nye was a guy over there?
Bill Nye, the science guy.
So kind of picture that kind of thing, but a comedy and taking the mick out of those kind of things, right? So I'll do this. It's just really fucking silly, but listen.
It's not just man that uses frozen water. These ants have been trained to design and build an igloo using tiny blocks of ice. Once the igloo is complete, the ants take a well-deserved rest. We'll come back to the ants later. In the meantime, thanks, ants. Thanks.
Just really fucking weird.
Jeremy, you should watch Scam.
You want to play Old Greg? All right, I'll find Old Greg's greatest hits. Scum. Oh yeah, watch that if you like a bit of. What about the man? Yeah, the man.
You should watch Adulthood or Kidulthood if you like British movies.
Okay, here we go. Hang on, wait. This is because Jeremy asked for Old Greg. Should we finish on Old Greg?
Yeah, and then I'm going to go and put my son to bed.
Okay. Yeah. I hope this is good.
I've got something. Come to Papa Moon.
Quite a long football, Greg, isn't it?
Come on. Oh.
You ever drank Baileys from a shoe? I think Alan Partridge is probably the best UK programme ever.
Hi there.
Who are you?
I'm old Greg. Pleased to meet you.
What do you want?
Maybe I should ask you the same question. What you doing in my waters?
Just taking the air, you know, not fishing.
And then how come this hook's in my head, fool?
It's nothing to do with me, sir.
It's attached to your rod, mother liquor.
Don't kill me. I've got so much to give.
Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach. You ever drunk Baileys from a shoe?
What?
You want to come to a club where people wee on each other?
No.
I'm going to hurt you.
Excuse me?
I like you. What do you think of me?
I don't rightly know, sir.
Make an assessment.
I think you're a nice, modern gentleman.
Don't lie to me, boy.
I'm not lying.
I know what you're thinking. Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish. You don't know me. You don't know what I got. I got something to show you. You know what that is? That's old Greg's vagina. I got a mangina. I'm old Greg.
Good.
I like. I think it's season 3 when they're going to meet the golf girls.
Yeah.
And
The Crack Fox is season 3, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't think season 3 was that good, but the golf one was fucking amazing because No Fielding's like he is a bit golf and he's like, no, you can't come. And he's like, I'm golf, and he comes in and they're like, oh, what were you up to today? And he's like, I was just at the graveyard, took a shit in a tombstone.
It's so well written.
Julian Barnett's like, I think he's better than No Fielding.
Yeah, he's very clever, very clever. But yeah, good.
If you want some proper, like not like out there kind of like weird humor, but you want proper like British humor, watch I Am Alan Partridge.
Yeah. Very.
If you think that's funny, then you're elite in my eyes.
Yeah.
Partridge is the best.
Yeah, Steve Coogan. You probably recognise him from other stuff if you don't know Partridge, but Partridge is it's tragic. It's like, what's his name? Michael Scott from The Office, the American Office.
He's that's the OG.
He's the most tragic of the tragic. He thinks he's this cool dude. He's a Norwich radio, which is Norwich is a
small town radio host.
And he's fallen down at times. He's living in a hotel room and it's just shit. And he's just this absolute twat. I'm old Greg. Yeah, Mason, if you get high, put on, or when you get high, just put on an episode of Mighty Boosh and you will never forget it. It's a good way to fall asleep. The Hitch is my favorite character. Just throwing it.
Yeah, same. I like Arctic Tundra as well.
Oh, fucking hell. That was weird. That song. Fucking hell. If you
alive.
Yeah. Like very odd. The coconut, was it Milky Joe? The coconut. Fuck. Honestly, some of these songs, like some of the episodes, Michael C. Hall safe season 1.
That Corbin guy, he does fucking brilliant programs. They're all these murder mystery like shows on like Netflix. Jake, I think it's Corbin. I think it's Jet. I think it's someone Corbin. Say there's like Now You See Me. I think he's done like a Spanish one as well. Aye, they're good.
Now Will You See Me?
So, yeah,
I think that's what it's called.
Aye.
Good.
Right, we'll end it there.
Can we try and do? Can we try and do snatch? Can we make that a day that we've all got to try and do snatch? Garrett can join in.
Chicken scissor.
Remember, that's not a thing.
Oh, but she actually sent me something the other day. Was it yesterday? And it was about scissoring, actually.
Cool.
And I sent her the thing about are lesbians with fat fingers considered well hung, and she said, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, are lesbians with fat fingers considered well hung? She's correct.
Good. That reminds me, there's this guy that come and bought a phone off me. I'm talking like 2003, 2004. I used to work in a phone shop, and this Polish guy walked in, and he had this little wife with him, Bless her. She can't have been at like taller than 5 foot, like small. And he must have been like a labourer of some description. He was he was a tank, right? And he's well over 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", built like a shithouse. And he broke my pen when he was holding it. And I heard a snap and I looked down. Fucking hell, his fingers. Have you ever seen those guys with like each finger looks like a willy? He had this hand and it was just giant. I've never seen anything like it. I'm talking 22 years ago. I can still picture this guy's fingers. It haunts me. Like, anyway, enough about that. Like Bear Grylls. Oh, I met him. He came to my gym once.
Bear Grylls.
Oh, he's a
I think we
twat.
should end it on Bear Grylls.
Yeah, end it on Bear Grylls. Right.
Yeah, you fucking ruined this whole show, Kenny. Bye.
Yeah, cheers. See you later.